tough time, a time of great uncertainty for all of us, but we found a place where the hardest hit of all of us have found a reason to hope.
And with the biggest challenges of a lifetime, our friend Arnold Stalk, the man everyone knows downtown as Arnie, has found a way to bring those struggling the most in Southern Nevada together, to give them shelter in their own home and to feed them from the great store of charitable sharing that is such a big part of Las Vegas.
You know, we are a grassroots effort of people that have come together to eliminate, with the specific laser-focused mission to end homelessness, not only for veterans but families, individuals, and people that are struggling with poverty. And we're builders of housing, and we manage them, and then we attract other nonprofit organizations to come in and do those services that are specialized.
It's not a dream. It's a direct result of hard work and a real-world education in real estate operations.
I grew up in Southern California. I went to architectural school, and then I worked for the redevelopment agency in LA. I'd never seen poverty. I grew up in a city called Culver City, California. When I started seeing people that struggled, my grandparents barely escaped the Holocaust and gave me some values of, you know, if someone's in trouble, help them. But I never knew it was quite to the extent that it was. So when somebody comes off the street for various reasons, whatever that reason is, they either have a case manager from an organization like Help Us Southern Nevada, mobile crisis intervention team on the real basic, I came from the streets. So they have a caseworker that develops a plan to get them out of that crisis situation. And then we provide transitional housing. Basic things, you're in what is transitional housing? You're in transition towards independence.
When you start up a new idea, a new approach, you can see it, but the trick is making everyone else see it. Make them see the mission, make them see the challenges, but also believe there will be answers. So this originally started with just veterans, but now it's beyond that, right?
That's correct. The reason we changed from Veterans Village to Share Village, our nonprofit is Share. It's called Share. We, as a community, have failed to solve the homeless problem, not only here but across the United States. The why of it was because it became very apparent to me that I don't want to turn people down that need housing.
You know, a lot of people that come off that street are in really bad shape. Out there, you can't even see light at the end of the tunnel. Once you get here, you start seeing a dot at the end of that tunnel. If they need it, this place gives people food, they give them a furnished apartment, you know. They've got a shower to wake up to every day, 2-3 times a day if they want. It beats everything outside them gates.
It's part art, part business fundamentals that got Arnie focused on smaller homes.
A place to come home
To throw open the door, eat a decent meal, and feel safe throughout the night.
Dr. Ben Carson came here, he says, "You house homeless people in a place like this?" This is where my bar's at. My bar's not at like a mission or where people are sleeping all on top of each other. That stuff is not acceptable to me. We have 14 pantries a week, sort of unheard of, 2 a day. One starting from 6 to 7 and one from 8 to 10 in the morning. And the demand's there, you know, and I do not want to wait around for a solution from the government because it's not coming. If we can't solve this problem with some basic fundamentals and money, then we're not going to solve bigger problems than this.
Every day there are deliveries of every kind of food, provision you can imagine. It's like a supermarket, and the only thing missing is the checkout line.
Whether somebody donates, 20 pallets of these pavers that it took to put this courtyard together, the building we're looking at was donated by the Wynn and Penta Building Group. Your company has helped us tremendously over the last year and a half. And we get people, when it gets 118 degrees, to bring a case of 24 bottles of water to us. That bottle of water case is extremely important as the wind getting involved. Because without that, this model would not work. A lot of agencies are waiting for that big federal check to come in so that they can save the organization. I don't do it that way. I'm really stubborn. I don't like bureaucracies. I don't want somebody in another agency telling me if I can admit a veteran. We do it right away.
He meets you where you are. He takes your situation and turns it around and go far and beyond the call of duty for the needs that's in your life. But I tell you, he meets you where you are. And you know, being a veteran, that means so much to me, because going far and beyond the call of duty is definitely what we need.
It's a great story, but it's so much more than that. Someone with a vision to help others in need pencils out a plan and makes others see that vision every bit as clearly.
It takes years of work, but eventually the vision takes root and becomes the success the founder could see all along. Day in, day out, that vision of hope has become fruit. Arnie Stalk is feeding the people, he is housing them, and he's getting them to buy into being the best members of the community they can be.